Hey guys, C.D from AK3R here, and I decided to make this video as a follow-up to my previous rant video because I've noticed over the past couple of months that the people who have been commenting on it don't really understand what I was saying in the video. When I initially uploaded that video, you guys, it's been like 2 years since I made that video. I was voicing the opinions that I felt at the time, and at the time I was a minority. Like, I was one of the very, 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 very few people who had that opinion. And now it's 2 years later, and a huge majority of the K-pop fandom shares the exact same opinion. My opinion hasn't changed. I will say it's become a bit more clarified. Now, I think to sum up for again, some people don't. First of all, it's called I Hate BTS because clickbait, you guys. Clickbait. Learn what it is. You make a catchy title so people click on the video. It's called clickbait. That's why it's called I Hate BTS. Two, the point of the video I was trying to make is that over the years, as long as I've been into K-pop, you guys, K-pop has always been a uniting force. You know, whenever there was a K-pop group that was successful overseas or just had some sort of success that was unique, that made them unique among K-pop groups, the fandom would come together to support them. Where's my camera? It's right here. Okay, I was like, where am I looking? The fandom would come together to support them. The problem with BTS is that their success overseas has caused a divide. All right, you can talk to me about how, oh, but XOLs were this way, Elves were this way, Cassiopeias were this way. There was no point in time where a K-pop group was so successful that people were arguing about whether or not they could still be considered K-pop. Okay? The point, what I was angry about is that, like, I could not be friends with K-pop fans in the same manner that I was when I initially got into the genre. Because when I initially got into K-pop, it didn't matter who your ultimate bias group was. You're both K-pop fans. You both enjoy the same music genre. Let's get along as fans of the same thing. It's just like anime fans. We don't all have to like the same anime, but we share our mutual love for this form of entertainment, and that's what brings them together. Just like that. And with BTS's success, it's become very apparent that the fandom is not becoming united. A perfect example is at KCON, alright? At KCON New York 2016, when I first went there, when I first went to KCON New York, this is when BTS was there. It was really sad because a majority of the con, there was a bunch of armies, and you can tell they were armies because everyone had on their BTS shirts, parked out in front of the Prudential Center, camping in line for the concert. It was really sad, you know, because it's just like they wasted the whole day just sitting there to watch BTS perform like 3, 4, 5 songs, you know, and it's just like that everyone else is having fun, they're getting along, and it's just like, why? Like, I get it, you love your group, but why does it have to be like... The problem is just that, like, the way people stand BTS, they stand them in a way that's so hard that it turns people off. Yes, it is very possible. It is very, very, very possible for a fandom to make you dislike a group. Because the problem is, like, let's say when you're scrolling through social media, when you're at K-pop events, and all people want to do is talk about BTS, all they want to do is play BTS, and let's say you're not really feeling BTS that day, you start seeing the flaws. You start seeing things you don't like. You start looking for reasons to not want to bring up BTS. You know, you like if someone's on a BTS world, you're like, well, let's listen to this group. You know, you guys don't really talk about this group. All you talk about is BTS, and that's the problem. It can make you dislike them. All right, it's very possible. It's overkill, you guys. There was one point in time where I loved BTS. I loved BTS. But as time went on, you know, I'm a very musical person. You know, as obviously marching men kid, raised in music. I know my stuff when it comes to music. Anyone, doesn't matter how much you love them, anyone can burn you out of a song. Like, I love Wonder Girls, but there was one point in time where no one wanted to hear Nobody anymore because even though Nobody was a hit, you know, there is such a thing called overplay. You know, that's why I don't like a lot of American music, is because the radio stations here in America are not diverse. They will play the hell out of a song, and they will make you hate it, all right? They will make you hate it. And we don't always have that liberty of just requesting K-pop songs, you know? There aren't that many clubs where I can go to and they'll just play K-pop songs. You know, you go to Korea, it's really easy to find a club that will play American music. So like you have some clubs where you can go to Korea and you can hear mostly Korean music. You have some clubs where you can hear straight up EDM. You have some clubs where you can hear K-pop. I mean, I probably already said Korean music. American music, Korean music. You get a pretty diverse set list when you pop around to Korean clubs. But you know, you don't really get that same option when you come to American clubs. You know, you can't really predict that. You have to go out of your way to find a Korean club, and to find a club that plays K-pop music, or just an event where there's K-pop being played. And for there are some of us, like me, who come from regions of the country where there aren't that really many K-pop fans. And it's really aggravating to have to go to some of these events and all you hear is the same artist over and over and over and over again. And like I said earlier, when you keep shoving a group like that, when you keep shoving a group at us like that, you start to see the group's flaws. You start to see things you don't like about the group. You're not as excited for their comeback anymore. You know. And it's just really sad. So the point I'm just trying to make you guys is just like literally, it's because people love BTS to the point to where they are willing to completely straight up just disregard other groups, put down other groups, and it's sad. Okay, I've been into K-pop for 10 plus years. Yes, there have been fan wars. There have been some nasty fan wars over the years. Actually, this year is my 11th year being a K-pop fan. I'm repeating myself, but I'm trying to stay on track, you guys, because I like to record videos in one take. There have been some nasty fan wars over the years, but at the end of the day, people could still go home and they'd still be friends and enjoy K-pop. There are people who I generally don't want to hang out with because all they do is talk about BTS. And I'm just over it. I'm just so over. And here's the thing. Yes, I love BTS. I don't genuinely hate BTS, you know, but I can't help but just feel irritated and just turned off whenever one of their songs come on. You know, it's exhausting, you guys. I have been burned out of BTS for the past year. You know, their recent album, I was able to enjoy it a little bit more because I liked the songs on there, but am I going to download the songs? No. Do you know why? Because if I go to a club, that's all I'm going to hear is BTS. No point in downloading BTS's songs because if you're someone who actively goes to K-pop events, that's all you're going to hear. Again, I'm not trying to rant on them or anything. And these are good boys and they're talented. And TBH, they deserve the attention they're getting, you know? But like, I really wish people would just go back to appreciating K-pop for the music. And like BTS even said this themselves, BTS is not popular because of their music. They didn't become popular overseas solely because of their music. They became popular because they were incredibly active on social media. And yes, I remember there was one year, I think it was 2015 or 2016, where there were a lot of gifts, a lot of insight. There was just a lot of BTS social media activity around the 2015-2016 era. And I mean, I can remember where almost every single YouTuber was making the "you got no jams" joke, and it was pretty funny. I mean, I was one of those very same people. You got no jams all day, every day. But eventually, it gets old. It gets old and it gets tiring. And K-pop is a genre that did not become popular because idols were active on social media. It's a genre that became active because people love the dances, they love the music, they love their voices. And yes, I know there are people out there who will come in my comment section and be like, I stand BTS because of their music. I get it. You like BTS for the reasons you do. But overall, even BTS said this themselves, their popularity is a result of them being incredibly active on social media. And I get it. Yes, that's one of the ways you become popular. But you know, most K-pop artists out there, a good chunk of the artists who are popular today became popular for music first. Music first, social media second. You know? This is not to harp on BTS. I'm just trying to give you guys a better explanation to that first video, because I think a lot of you guys really are missing the point. You know, if armies could be just like XOLs, just like Cassiopeias, just like Elves, Shaywalls, Wonderfuls, you know, then I doubt that all the hate that BTS gets nowadays would be as strong, or be as rampant. You know, like, it's okay. Yes, BTS is becoming popular in America. I love the fact that they're becoming popular in America. But, you know, if everyone would stop shoving them at us all the time, we'd be able to appreciate it a lot more. I don't even get excited for hearing BTS's advancements in America. Like, back in the day, if there was a K-pop group that even was, like, slightly somewhat mentioned on TV, I would lose my mind. But, like, you know, BTS getting invited to the iHeart Music Awards, I was just over it. I was over it, son. I did not care. You know, and it's sad because if it was 2012 and you told me BTS was getting invited to the iHeart Radio Music Awards, I would be blasting all over social media, girl. You know, again, and I'm just gonna use another example, you guys. When Girls' Generation was nominated for a YouTube award, when EXO was nominated for a European Music Award, when Tiara was in the Billboard Fan Army Face Off, K-pop fans united to make that happen. That same united force is non-existent nowadays. If it involves BTS, we don't get that same force. It's mainly armies, you know. And I'm just gonna say it again, you guys, please. If it gets to a point where, you know, hopefully ARMY does die down, okay. But, you know, I've never seen fans that were as rude and as disrespectful and as ignorant and inconsiderate as armies can be. And I'm gonna say, not all armies are like this. I know not all armies are like this. But, unfortunately, that's the name you guys have. That's the name you guys have. And until something is done, then people are going to keep talking about BTS in the same way that it is. And again, once again, I do not hate BTS. They are talented boys. They are incredibly talented boys. And they do deserve the success that they're getting. But, you know, like every group, they have their own flaws. There are some ways that they became popular that I personally think that if they were a girl group, they would not have that exact same popularity, you know? Just saying. But, you know, I've said my piece that I need to say for the day. Hopefully you guys understand what I mean, you know? And if you still don't, I'm sorry. Sorry, not sorry. Anyways, you guys, I'm C.D. from AK3R. Subscribe if you want to see more videos. Follow me on social media. Links are in the description. Shout out to my co-hosts featured on this channel, past, present, and future. I am C.D. Goodbye.